Hello everybody, welcome to Shatranj. I'm making another video with a series of games for my challenge to reach 1600. Um, Unfortunately, this is not a live recording of the games themselves because of some technical issues, so I'm just doing it via the game review section of chess.com. So I was playing black. Just do it a little faster. There was the opening, we have exchanged the pawns, opponent took out his queen and put it back again. Just normal stuff here, he's now attacking my queen. My knight is actually connected, so not a big deal. The bishop was exchanged. Now he's preparing for a castle, I castled. He has already taken care of this square, so that's why he's moving his king. My idea was to prevent his knight to come this way. That's why I pushed this pawn here and offered another exchange of the knight, which I accepted. Now my aim was to put pressure on this pawn, and after also opening up this file as usual, so that the rook has control over this file here. So his idea now is to push this pawn, attack this pawn, and automatically attack my queen. This pawn is, however, undefended. But the risk here is if I have taken, he had threatened my queen with the rook, and the checkmate was coming. That's the reason I haven't taken. So he still pushes his pawn. I have taken, and that was my blunder. So my bishop was, so if I go one move back, either way, if I have pushed or taken the pawn, my bishop was hanging and I didn't see that, and that was the main reason that I lost this game. Now it's just a matter of that my opponent exchange the pieces here. Exchanging the rooks, he's offering a queen exchange. I declined because I needed my queen in order to do something. Here I was actually going for a checkmate, so idea was to give a check with the queen he has to take, and then checkmate with the rook. He obviously saw that. It was another trap from my side. If he would have been greedy, just take my queen and then I take with the rook, and it would have been checkmate. But obviously he was 610, so won't fall to that. So he just pushes his pawn, and now my queen is hanging here. So the other thing was that I was also a couple of minutes less than my opponent, so currently 2:30 and he is 7:30 roundabout. If I would have a little bit of more time, then maybe I could have this game. So here the skewer comes, attacking the knight and also attacking the queen with my rook, so he has to move. And that's a free knight. So from the pieces perspective, that was a quick comeback. That was also another pawn I have taken, but I only had 1 minute, so that was my main issue. And here, as you can see, white is completely winning here. So, and he also saw that. going for checkmate here. So I moved my rook back in order to prevent him to come here, but now he will just attack my rook and go for the pawn, and then it will be over for me. So the only move I now have is the forced move to prevent the check, and then it is a checkmate. So after that I have fallen back to 1500. In this series I have played 6 games, of which I have lost 4 games. Here comes the next one. So I was playing white against an opponent with 1560, so my typical opening wayward. He attacked with the knight, and that was a free pawn for me, giving a check. Just developing my bishop. He's attacking my queen with the knight, just getting back in order to have also my defense on this pawn. I have taken that pawn. He's now attacking my queen with his bishop. He has already castled. I'm also preparing, and I think in the next move comes now the blunder. So he was attacking my queen with his knight. I have moved my queen in a really bad position. So, and he obviously see that and takes my queen. I didn't want to give up so fast. As you have seen also in my previous videos, I have games where I had some comebacks. Now it's just going for my pieces, just exchanging and finding a way to checkmate me. That was an en passant. I have taken, he took it back. I wanted to develop my bishop here. He's now also putting pressure on my bishop here. Obviously, he wants to exchange. Can take with my knight, which I did. Now giving a check, taking my knight. And here comes again another exchange, so attacking my bishop. He doesn't care if the pawn will be hanging here isolated because he's a queen up, so that wasn't his that was something he wasn't worrying. So I moved my knight in order to attack his queen, and I was going for this fork here, and hoping that he puts his queen somewhere where also his queen gets forked. So he moved to that square. I actually didn't see that my knight is hanging here, so I just developed my my black bishop. He took the knight, and then I just resigned. Because at this point I was 100% sure, okay, it doesn't make sense to play further. So after this game I have fallen to 1493, so again back at 14 where my last challenge was actually coming from. The next game I won. That's the third one. So I was playing a white again. Just a pawn exchange direct in the beginning. He's defending this pawn with his knight and queen, and I am attacking it with these two pieces. Giving him a check, he protected with his knight. I didn't want to take because I wanted to have my bishop here. Now the idea was to take his knight and put more pressure on this pawn. Here I started to castle because I was worrying about this pawn here. So if I would have taken, he has taken, I would have taken, then this pawn was hanging. That's why I decided to castle on the queen side. However, there was a skewer, so this I wasn't seeing at the game, but also my opponent didn't see, so I got lucky here. He was just his focus was also on this pawn as mine focus, so putting more pressure on this, and he was putting his effort to defend this pawn. So just developing some pieces here. This skewer is gone because of the knight, so I got lucky. But I think in the next couple of moves I will move again this knight, so the skewer was there for a couple of moves. But as mentioned, neither I see it during the game nor my opponent. So there you go, I have now moved the knight, so he could have played this. He's now attacking my queen here, also going for that bishop in order to open this file, attacking my king. I took his bishop, he takes my bishop, I'm attacking his queen and rook. He has given me a check, so I had to take. Now he has taken, attacking this isolated pawn here. He's threatening me to take my queen. I'm putting more pressure on this pawn if by any chance he wants to protect it. He actually did, but why didn't I take? Yeah, because this pawn was also hanging, so it was kind of an exchange. So I would have taken, giving a check. He would have taken, then I would have taken, then this pawn was hanging, and also afterwards, then this pawn here. So now he is protecting this pawn with 2 pieces, so 2 pieces against 2 pieces I cannot take. My idea was to develop these 2 rooks here. So here I'm now attacking his queen, the pawn. And this was an interesting position, because he was also aiming for this pawn, which is currently protected by this rook here. So if I would have taken, he would have taken, but my idea was then to take with the queen firstly, because if I would take with the rook, then the checkmate is coming. So take with the queen, give a check, and exchange the queen. But he didn't take my knight here. I just took his rook, which was hanging, and I still gave him a check in order to exchange the queens. And that was when my opponent then resigned, and I won. So let's go for the next round. This I also lost. So the opening is none already, nothing special. Attacking his knight. He's defending his knight with these two pieces, so I'm now putting more pressure with my bishop. He has moved his knight to a good position in order to give this fork and attack my rook. I have just taken the bishop, because if he would have taken now this pawn, I would have just moved my king and then the checkmate was coming. So he's kind of forced to take my bishop first. So that's why we exchanged. 2 pawns hanging here was my intention. And yeah, I had to move back my queen in order to protect this pawn. So most probably his idea is now to put more pressure on this pawn. I didn't want to take because he would have a good central pawn structure. Now here my idea was kind of to push this pawn here and attack in a later position a better piece, and also attack the queen, but yeah, I think in a couple of moves I will just push once to develop my bishop here. So we have castled, and then here we go. So I've just pushed once, because push 2, it was just a pawn and it was already protected with these 2 pieces, so wouldn't have gained anything here. So he just pushes back his queen. I wanted to bring my knight in a better position. He was again offering an exchange, I think, to have here more or better pawn structure. He then took my knight. I took his knight with my knight, so just an exchange. Wanted to push back his knight. And here I think I wasn't anymore in a good position because of this pawn. This is kind of really weak. Just, yeah, kind of hanging here. So my focus was also there on this pawn. Also putting some pressure on this pawn here. Now he wanted to exchange again. I declined in order to have him already gain tempo and preparing for the double rooks in order to attack this pawn here. So he has taken my knight. I cannot take with this pawn. He has prevented this attack from the bishop, but I wouldn't have taken because that's a trap. If I take firstly and then he pushes his pawn here, then my bishop is hanging there, and it's just a matter of not this way, but this way to take this pawn, to take this bishop. I didn't want to push this pawn in order to have my king defended by these 2 pawns here. That's why I've just moved my rook here. Now the rook exchange is coming. Another rook exchange is coming. Now I was looking for this check and also hoping that he moves his queen away and I give check and take this bishop here. So he moved his queen, but it's just another piece exchange, so he will bring his queen in between the check, and we have exchanged the queen, so moving slowly to the end game. Time-wise, we were kind of same. He's half minute up. And here, the blunder is coming. So I wanted to bring my king to a better position, kind of to find a way from here or here, just developing the king here. He pushes his bishop, and now the blunder is coming, so he pushes back his bishop, and this is the blunder. So now my king is completely isolated, no square to go back. So this was the only square I could have gone back, and he saw this, and it was a checkmate. So I cannot take this because it's defended. It was over. Really cool game that he saw this. I didn't see it. I think also because of the time pressure, but I really lost that game then. Let's go for the next one. So this is a game I was playing as white and also won. I was playing against 1577 from US. So same opening here from my side, wayward queen attack. You already have seen this a couple of times, so the idea is that he maybe pushes this pawn twice, then this pawn is hanging, so putting pressure on this. And if he just pushes this once, I will just take in order him to have these double pawns here. So he does that, and he has to take with this pawn. My queen is obviously hanging, so which I have to retreat. This this structure we have seen a couple of times. So he's attacking my queen here, and here the idea is that he protects his bishop with his queen, and then hopefully attacks my queen with his knight. But I want to push him, push his bishop back, and they still do attacking the queen with the knight. Then I can just take the bishop with my queen first. And that's what people don't usually see. And also here I'm already preparing for this threat here. So there he comes. He has now protected his bishop with his queen in order that he attacks now my queen with his knight. So I, as mentioned, wants to attack his bishop, and here he comes. So he didn't see that, and that's actually strange. So he was 1577, where I expected, okay, that he is seeing this, but I think that's just a number. I don't know what the interpretation here is. So here I just take with my queen. So he has to take, I take, and then I'm a piece up. And that was the point where I won, so my opponent resigned here already. So that was a quick one. And let's go for the last game. So I was playing black and I lost this game. I was playing against someone 1437 and I have fallen to 1493. So same couple of moves in the beginning. He didn't take the pawn yet. He's attacking my queen with this bishop. So the idea is if I go back, he then can take with the queen and develop his queen here. Here my idea is to attack his queen with my bishop and also put more pressure on this square. Giving a check, I'm offering him a queen exchange, and to be honest, I completely didn't see this checkmate here. So he has gone for this square, attacking the bishop. That's checkmate, and I cannot move my bishop because it's still a checkmate from here and here. So I was thinking a lot and just attack his bishop, so when now he takes my bishop, I can move my king to this open square. But then he has this move, but I think he didn't go for that. So he takes the bishop. I just go one square up. He took my pawn with his bishop, and he's also preparing now the castle and putting one of his rook here, and also looking for this pin here. And I actually wondered why he didn't attack my rook here. So that was the next blunder. I was developing my knight and also attacking his queen, but I couldn't see the bishop, which he saw and he took. I have now taken the pawn, which is the next blunder. He's now he's castling, so the knight is kind of hanging. I cannot move the knight because if I move, then the queen is hanging. So I just moved the king to a, from my perspective, a better position, but yeah, the blunder is still there. So now this knight is attacked by 2 pieces, and I cannot defend it anymore. And that's the point where I resigned this game. So in the end, I have fallen back to 1493. As mentioned, this is currently the challenge to get to 1600, and the last couple of games I have really played bad, so need to be play more focus and with higher concentration. I hope you liked this video, and sorry again for this technical inconvenience. Hopefully this will work the next time. Bye bye.